Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're tackling something pretty universal, becoming a better driver. Safer, sharper, maybe save a bit on fuel too.
Exactly. Lots of
Right.
listeners want ways to, level up their skills efficiently.
So we've looked into Duarte Melim and his website BomInstructor.
Hmm.
He's a driving instructor, but also an advanced driving instructor.
That's right. And his background is seriously extensive. Over 30 years on the road, plus qualifications in advanced driving for cars, emergency driving, off-road.
Wow, okay. Emergency driving.
Yep. And even sports track driving cars and bikes. It gives him a really broad perspective.
30 years, plus all that varied training.
Yeah.
That's quite something. So our mission today is what, exactly? To pull out the key insights from his work.
Precisely. We want to see what drivers like you listening can take away from his approach and resources to improve skills and maybe even fuel efficiency.
Okay, makes sense.
Mm.
So with all that background, what's his main goal? What's the philosophy behind BomInstructor?
Well, his core mission is pretty profound, actually. He wants to contribute to saving lives and just making the roads safer overall.
That's a big goal. How does he approach that?
He believes in helping drivers realize their potential through personalized guidance.
Okay.
But it's interesting, he also looks at issues in the wider road environment, not just the driver.
So it's not only about fixing bad habits, but understanding the whole context, the system.
Exactly, it's a more holistic view. And he works with licensed drivers across a huge age range.
Like who specifically?
Hmm.
New drivers, older drivers.
Pretty much everyone with a license, from
Yeah.
18 right up to 60 plus. It really highlights that, learning doesn't stop once you pass the test.
That's a great point. And he makes a point of saying he's independent,
Yeah.
not a standard driving school.
Yes, he emphasizes that. It suggests his approach might be a bit more tailored, maybe less rigid than some schools.
Okay, so what does he actually do? What services does he offer?
He calls his main service Rodovi Area Mentoria, which roughly translates to road mentoring.
Road mentoring, I like that.
Yeah, and it's for licensed drivers, importantly, using their own vehicles.
Ah, that makes immediate sense. Learning in the car you actually drive every day.
Exactly. And these sessions can be in the car, obviously, for the practical side, but also off-car, discussing theory, concepts.
So a blend of practical skills and deeper understanding. Does he do anything for people who've been driving for years?
Oh, absolutely. He offers advanced mentoring refresher sessions specifically for experienced drivers. Because, let's face it, bad habits can creep in, or maybe you just want to brush up.
True. Things change too. Roads, rules, technology. What about assessing skills? Does he do formal evaluations?
He does. He offers driving assessment sessions and can provide formal reports verifying someone's driving skills.
Okay, they could be useful for certain jobs or maybe just for personal peace of mind.
Could be. And alongside all the practical stuff, there's theoretical training too.
Focus mainly on safety, I imagine.
Yes, individual or group sessions, really drilling down on road safety principles. He clearly thinks understanding the why is just as important as the how.
And you mentioned he connects this to real-world events.
Yeah, he comments on news stories, accidents, things like that, sharing his expert take. It adds a layer of, immediate relevance.
So summing up his approach, it's personalized mentoring in your own car, covering practical skills and theory, grounded in safety for drivers of all ages, and informed by real-world context.
That's a pretty good summary, yeah. Which leads us nicely into why someone might need this advanced or refresher training beyond just getting their license.
Right, because driving is more complex than just passing the initial test. His own background seems to prove that. He teaches lots of different vehicles.
An incredible range, actually. Motorcycles, cars, of course, but also heavy goods, vehicles, buses, trailers, semi-trailers.
Whoa, okay, so he really understands how different vehicles handle the different challenges involved.
Definitely. That deep understanding across vehicle types must inform how he teaches basic car control, too.
And then you add in the emergency driving, the off-road skills, the track precision.
Yeah.
How does that filter down to helping, say, me driving to the shops?
Well, think about it. Skills like hazard perception, smooth control, understanding vehicle limits, they're crucial everywhere. What you learn anticipating corners on a track, that helps you anticipate merging traffic.
Ah, I see. So principles from those high-stakes environments actually translate directly to everyday safety and maybe even efficiency.
Precisely. It's about taking that wealth of experience, all those different kinds of learning, and making it useful for regular drivers.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So where can people find these resources? Is it all just the mentoring?
No, the website BomInstructor is the main hub. He's got various types of content there, some software, ebooks, training packages, even things like t-shirts, I think.
Merchandise too?
Yeah.
Okay.
And crucially, it's a mix, some free resources, some paid ones, so people can engage at different levels.
And you mentioned refresher sessions earlier. That seems really valuable for people maybe lacking confidence or who haven't driven in a while.
Absolutely. He specifically offers theoretical and practical refreshers for exactly those situations, again, in their own vehicle, helping them get comfortable again.
Let's talk specifics. What kind of offers does he have right now? Anything that jumps out?
Well, there's a package deal mentioned, 10 mentoring or advanced driving sessions. That sounds like a pretty serious commitment to improvement.
10 sessions. Yeah, that's quite intensive. What else? Something about coaching.
An automobile coaching program, it says. And interestingly, it adds, and not only, in parentheses.
And not only, so maybe coaching related to motorcycles or trucks too, given his background?
Potentially, yeah. It suggests broader coaching possibilities. Then there's driver utility software, ebooks and apps designed to help drivers.
Practical tools, okay. And you'd find details on all this, plus maybe new offers on the website or...
Website, definitely. But also his newsletter and social media. That seems to be the best way to stay current with what he's offering.
Right, because subscribing to the newsletter has specific benefits, doesn't it?
It does. You get an immediate discount coupon, for starters, for his non-promotional stuff.
A little incentive to explore further? Nice.
Yeah, and beyond the discount, there are actual free resources for subscribers.
Like what? What kind of freebies?
There's mention of an Excel program, which sounds interesting, packed with safety tips.
An Excel program. Okay. Different format. Easy to reference, I guess.
Could be. And perhaps most relevant to our chat about economy, there's an ebook specifically on fuel-saving tips.
Ah, now we're talking. That sounds like direct, actionable advice. What sort of things would be in that, do you reckon, based on his overall approach?
Well, likely things like emphasizing smooth driving, gentle acceleration, braking early, maintaining steady speeds where possible, reading the road ahead to avoid unnecessary stops and starts.
The kind of stuff we maybe know but don't always practice consistently.
Exactly. Stuff that seems small but really adds up in terms of fuel consumption. Anticipating traffic flow is a big one he'd likely cover.
Makes sense. Okay, so lots of resources. Finally, what's the main message on the website itself? What does he ask visitors to do?
He encourages people to share the site, spread the word to friends and family. That ties back to the collective safety idea.
Right, making roads safer is a group effort.
Yeah. And of course, he invites people to explore the products and services. He basically positions himself as someone who can help you become a better, more informed driver.
So putting it all together, BomInstrutor seems like a pretty comprehensive hub. You've got everything from that deep one-on-one mentoring.
Just across all sorts of driving disciplines.
Right down to digital guides like that fuel-saving ebook.
Yeah.
It really covers the spectrum from safety to efficiency for basically any driver.
And what really comes through is that combination of decades of practical, varied road experience married with formal qualifications as an advanced instructor.
Yeah, that blend of real-world know-how and structured teaching knowledge seems quite powerful. It certainly makes you pause and think about your own driving, doesn't it? For you listening, what's the one thing you'd maybe want to improve? Is it feeling more confident behind the wheel?
Or perhaps finding those little tweaks to save on fuel. Or just getting a better handle on safety principles.
Whatever it is, Duarte Melim's work really seems to underscore that idea that good driving isn't a destination you reach. It's about continuous learning, isn't it? Always room to get better.